Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and in for his very first Road to the Olympia is 2024 Tampa Pro champion.
IFBB Pro Justin Badurina.
All right, Justin, how you feeling?
Feeling very good. It's an honor and a blessing to be here with you and to check out the facility and to just have this opportunity present itself. I'm honored.
I'm glad you finally got here. I've known him since he was an NPC competitor. So I'm turned pro. Look at him every day in my house. There's a pic. We have a book that he's on the cover of. So now he's here live and in person instead of black and white.
Yes. Yeah, from of me and my mother from university when I turned pro. That's where we met, and that was a dream come true then, just like what had happened, 7 weeks ago in Tampa.
All right. So going into Tampa, what was your mindset?
My mindset. Wow, it's like a loaded question. I feel like to win. I knew Tampa was going to be the biggest show that I've done to date. When I saw the competitor list and see how many guys were doing it and how many previous Olympians and current Olympians and top 15 placing Olympians, there was some stress and anxiety. Obviously, as a guy who's never won a show before. But, I believed in what my team and I had done in the off season and in prep and the improvements I made from the previous shows that I've had. And it was just a matter of, keeping the head down, the hoodie up, putting in the work and seeing how the cards play on that day.
Well, from our perspective behind the judges, the press pit, and I can hear the people behind us, it was pretty much an open and shut case for you. But I know being on stage, it's a whole different thing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And, obviously we try to not look at, pictures and videos, before, after, et cetera, during, because, live and in person is way different, and hearing the feedback from you and the judges and from the fans and hearing how it looked on stage and how it presented itself was really an honor and a dream come true that my team and I were able to bring something that beat, a previous 11th place guy, I believe, the current 13th place guy at the Olympia last year, other Olympians, and other tremendous athletes that haven't won shows and graced Olympia stage yet, because there was tremendous talent at that show, literally from 1st to 10th, in my opinion, and one of the biggest shows of the year. So it was an honor to come out on top and to be called the 2024 Tampa Pro Champ.
How did it feel knowing that arguably the greatest Mr. Olympia ever, Ronnie Coleman, was sitting there watching you? Current Mr. Olympia, Derek Lensford, was there.
I didn't even know they were there watching. And hearing that for the first time is an honor, and hopefully I impressed them with what I was able to do. They both have...
Probably better you didn't know they were there.
Yeah, probably was better. But they brought nasty condition, and I think that's something that really separated me, via Tyler and the other judging, as well as the improvements I've made. So it's an honor to, have people that I watch and look up to be there to witness what I did. It's an honor.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get it much better than having those two sitting there, right?
No, not at all. So hopefully they remember me in the future through continued success and work ethic and perseverance and continuing to work my way to the top of the IFBB. But
in all seriousness, it's how cool is it? You're going to be on the same stage as Derek very soon.
Yeah, it's
not in the division, but you're going out on the Olympia stage.
It's really surreal, and I don't think it's hit me yet. To be quite honest with you, I think it'll hit me when I get to the Olympia stage, because not only just open guys, that I look up to, like Hadi and Samson and Nick Walker, who's another Jersey guy, but the likes of Bumstead and Ramon and Wesley and these other Breon, all these classic legends where, I can truthfully say now that my idols are my rivals, but I also respect everything they've done to pave the way for our beautiful division of Classic Physique. And I hope to be, in the near future, a pioneer of this division as well, just like they are.
Yeah, I mean, this year, when you look at who's qualified for Classic, it's going to be a super exciting show because there is a lot of talent.
Yeah, it's that top, you're just talking to Tyler, that top 15 this year, if you can place and get into top 15 in the world in this division, which is arguably one of the most competitive, jam-packed divisions, that's a huge victory, especially at a first Olympia. Obviously, my goal is to do as good as possible. I'd love to be in a first call and compare with these guys. But to know, like you said, that I'm going to be on stage with all these tremendous athletes is something that I think I never thought was far-fetched, but I don't know if I really believed in myself to get that level. And now, I have a newfound confidence and self-belief in my abilities and what I'm able to do.
So is it going to be tough not to be standing back in the lineup, knowing that these guys, Chris and everybody else, you're going out on stage with them and try not to fanboy a little bit?
I think it might be. No, I think that, I think I'm going to have a little bit of a fanboy moment, but also understand that, these guys are ones I'm competing against. But, for my first Olympia, I want to place as well as possible, but soak it all in, get the memories, meet these tremendous people. I've already met, a few of them before, and, some of them know who I am just from being in the league for a little bit. Right. And, Tampa was my sixth pro show. I believe was my sixth pro show. So, some of these athletes do know me. We have similar sponsors and whatnot. So I'm just really looking forward to just being on stage with idols/rivals.
That's going to be cool.
It's going to be an honor. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm bringing a physique that, I talked to Tyler before this, is better than Tampa already. And I'm looking forward to showcasing me and Justin's best, because that's what will be at the Olympia stage this year.
Yeah, you only get one first Olympia too.
Yeah. So we're coming in and showing up with a bang and no expectations, because there are none. I'm the Tampa Pro champ, but there's everyone who's stepping on the stage has won a show this year, big or small. You never know what's going to happen on show day. It's any given Sunday. Literally anything can happen. The best in the world could make a mistake. Yeah, anyone can make a mistake on that day, even myself, and I don't plan to. But just if we take me out of it and just look at facts, I'm a fact-driven guy. It really comes down to what happens on that day, and I think that can dictate a lot.
All right. So your previous pro contest, now you win the Tampa. Is there anything that you could maybe pinpoint that you did differently than you did in those first few shows?
I think that a big thing that I've done with my coach is took a little bit of a bigger off season, and we actually had someone help with the training side of things this past off season. I worked with Dan Houghton, and then I had Nick Loff, who did my training program and helped me understand things I might have been missing before and things I can implement and utilize and do with my training to improve, on top of what Dan and I have been doing for the past 7.5 years. I've been with the same one and only prep coach since pretty much starting. I did my first contest as an amateur by myself, met him there, and I've been working with him ever since.
You know how rare that is?
I know it's really rare, and I think it shows that he's learned my body and I've learned him and his coaching. And we always say we're more than coach and client, but I think because he's like a father figure to me after losing my father. And, we are much closer than just your regular coach and client. However, something that we always remind ourselves is at the end of the day, I hired him to be my coach. So we can't forget what the big picture is, despite how close we are personally. And we've done a tremendous job of being able to separate those when it's time to be coach and client, when it's time to be friends, when it's time to be, father figure to son figure type thing. We and I think that just our relationship is why we continue to progress and continue to get better. No doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So besides Dan, is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my lovely fiance
which he just did this.
Yeah. Just proposed to her, August 18th, the day before her birthday, which was 2 weeks after Tampa or 3 weeks after Tampa, whatever that timeline is. I can't do the math. 3 weeks. It's 2. August 2nd to the 18th. No, it's 3 weeks. No, 2. I don't know what that is. Whatever it is. It was, yeah. So, I want to thank my beautiful fiance. I want to thank one of my best friends, Umar Nisar. I want to thank my family for all they do, some of my closest friends. I want to thank my dad for being my guardian angel from above, who I have with me at all times. I want to thank Nick for what he's done with my training. My sponsors, with Apollo Nutrition, Liquid Sunrays, Aries Nutrition. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to have the team that I have to empower me. You know, bodybuilding is a lonely sport to some degree, but we also have a team and an army to back us, and I'm blessed for what I have. And they're the reason that I'm able to push through when times are tough. And I would not be here without the people that I named. That's for sure.
All right. So listen, if you want to see Justin on the Olympia stage, get your tickets. If you can't get tickets to the finals, at least try to go to the pre-judging at the expo. I mean, that's always great to see. But you'll also get to experience the press conference, meet the Olympians, just the whole vibe of everything. And being back in Vegas is like, that's really, I consider it, that's the Olympia's home.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, whether it was in Florida or Vegas, it's the Olympia nonetheless. And it's the 60th anniversary, which is a true honor. And it was my 6th pro win that got me to the 60th anniversary of the Olympia. And when I got my pro card, that was my 6th amateur show. So a lot of, I know the number 6 with an extra one gets a bad rap, but we're going to view it as a positive because
we'll put a hashtag in the middle.
Because my lucky number, my dad's number playing football was 32. I have that tattooed on me. That was my number. So 3 times 2 is 6. So that's a fun little coincidence as well that segment kind of hits home for me. Yeah.
All right. So J.M. Manion.
Justin Badurina.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com. Look forward to seeing you in Vegas at the Olympia.